Now, often at times we do not have a clue about men and women who work hard to make it possible for sports teams to compete well both locally and internationally. For many years, wheelchair basketball has not been considered favorably, but now disability has been turned into ability. Alfred Simiyu has risen from a team player to a coach to the president of the Kenya Wheelchair Basketball Federation. Sports reporter King'ori Mwangi shares the story of Simiyu having defied all odds to become president of a sports federation in Kenya.
For the very first time in history, wheelchair basketball team will be competing at Commonwealth Games. Alfred Simiyu, though physically challenged, is proud to be one of the pioneers of the sport.
Wheelchair basketball was formed in, let me say, 2002, though we started playing in 1998 when one of our Paralympian coaches went to Atlanta. I think it was 1996. She saw this sport being played there, and she felt that it's good for us also to start such a sport in Kenya.
His motivation to join sports was so different despite having tried different disciplines.
I just got motivated when I was still young. Wakati tulikuja Nairobi kucheza this wheelchair racing is when I met some elite athletes who had been participating internationally, and now they motivated me from that point.
Every sports opportunity is never taken for granted.
Sisi ni walemavu wengi, na kuna walemavu ambao tuko pale bado hatujajua profession yetu katika sports ni ipi. So wengi wote tunajaribu karibu kila ile sports inayotokelezea. Sport yoyote ikitokea geni, unapata wale walikuwa wanacheza hiyo ingine wanakuja pia wanajaribu hiyo. So unapata wale ambao watakuwa wazuri pale wanawachwa pale, ingine ikitokea wale walikuwa pale wanaenda ingine. Now like that, so tulikuwa tunagawanyika hivyo.
And he has made some achievements in life.
I was one of the pioneers who started this wheelchair basketball. Then I left wheelchair basketball. Then I introduced table tennis in wheelchair table tennis in Kenya. I was part of the team that introduced wheelchair tennis in Kenya. Again, I was the first pioneers to introduce sitting volleyball in Kenya. And I was the very first Secretary General of sitting volleyball. Nowadays it's called Paravolley.
Fortunately, stigmatization has ever caught up with him.
Those later days, when I was passing by, you find that all the conversation stops and they start looking at you. There's if like, now how is this person walking? Now, they feel they see as if you are not a human being. And actually we suffered stigma before even accepting ourselves. But later on, when after some time and this Disability Act, when it came into place, now this discrimination and looking down on you, at least it was reduced.
With proper facilitation, this is an open chance for success.
We need courts around the country, particularly in every county, to have at least a court whereby we can be playing our sports.
Simiyu is optimistic the Kenya 3x3 wheelchair basketball team will be at their very best at Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, England.
For us to have an opportunity to go and participate in Commonwealth is one of the major achievements. What we are aiming there is at least to be in medal brackets. That's it.
Besides sports, he also has other interests.
Traveling, I love traveling much.
And to the upcoming stars,
whatever they are doing, let them not give up. Because for me, if I would have given up, maybe I would have not traveled anywhere. Just push on in life. Because nothing they will get from a silver plate.
Disability is not inability. Alfred Simiyu is now the president, Kenya Wheelchair Basketball Federation, shifting this team from disability to ability. Now people living with disability are now conquering the world all over. Reporting for KBC, I'm King'ori Mwangi.